Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. My name is Michelle Middleman. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager here at AccuLynx. And today we have a very special guest. We are joined by Mike Knott, Platform Partnership Coordinator at CompanyCam. Say hi, Mike.
Hey guys, how are you?
And we are super excited to talk to you about how you can master your photo and document management with AccuLynx and CompanyCam. So yeah, I think that's all of that. So let's get started. So for everyone on the line who may not know, we are AccuLynx. We were founded in 2008 with the goal of helping roofing contractors operate more efficiently and bring every aspect of their roofing business together. So our software is purpose-built to accommodate the unique needs and workflows specifically of insurance restoration and retail roofing. Today we are used by thousands of roofing companies across the USA and Canada. And in April, we released several brand new updates and major feature upgrades, including our highly anticipated new connection with CompanyCam. So Mike, why don't you give us a little rundown on CompanyCam?
Yeah, so CompanyCam it's a photo video documentation software, cloud-based for contractors out in the field who need to organize, manage, and then utilize the photo and video documentation that people are capturing, specifically for roofing, restoration. It's pretty apparent why you need that. Like, you either need to communicate with the homeowner or you need to communicate with the insurance adjusters who are actually paying you money for stuff. We started in 2016, and one of the first things that we heard as we were showing our product to roofers is that they wanted a integration with AccuLynx. So 8 years later, we're finally here. So I'm excited. What I'll probably do here is just quickly run through 3 important things that CompanyCam does at like the very high level. And they'll all inform like how CompanyCam works with AccuLynx and why the integration is valuable. Basically, all CompanyCam does is try to simplify the whole process of the photos and videos that contractors are capturing or having their people capture. What we typically run into is people are telling their people to take a ton of photos throughout the process of a job site, from like the sales and inspection side through production, and then post-production to get all of that stuff over to the people that need to see it to either get final invoice or get paid by an adjuster. The issue is either because of cell service or because the system that somebody's using isn't built to handle high velocities of like photo video files. People end up just taking them locally on their phone and then hoping at a later time to get them updated into the record of truth of their system. So our goal is just to automate the whole process and give you all of the relevant data associated with that photo to make the communication process easier, to use them more effectively. So on the next slide, you'll kind of see the home screen. So every photo captured, rather than getting synced to the phone, will automatically be organized by the job site, the date, time, location, and it's instantly synced across your whole organization. There's no capturing photos and then deciding which ones you want to sync to the cloud. Capture a photo, and it's automatically available to everyone with the who, what, when, where, geotags. And then on the next slide, we'll kind of see the additional things you can do with it. So beyond just capturing a photo, you can add a lot of data points to kind of build out what that photo is actually doing. So the obvious is we have a really slick annotation tool that allows you to make multiple edits on a photo. You can add additional context to that beyond just like putting notes on top of the actual photo by going into the notes section. You can tag people, start having conversations related to that photo, sort of like a Slack thread, but with the actual relevant photos in a given project. So that's kind of like the unstructured capture side of things. And I kind of delineate CompanyCam into 3 different types of stuff, which is like the unstructured capture, which is like the photo capture and the video capture, which is very like, you can think of that as like how your people are doing it on their iPhone. The next slide will kind of show you the video capabilities of this. So the video walkthrough allows you to capture up to 10 minutes at a time in one video clip. You can mirror yourself as well if you're doing more customer facing stuff. But either way, the only reason we get to 30,000 plus companies is because we're able to effectively upload photos and videos in low or no cell service. But yeah, that's the unstructured, just point capture, everything's done. The next piece of that is the more structured capture side of things. So the first thing customers asked us for after they started using CompanyCam is, hey, we have standard operating procedures in place for our teams, or we have things that an insurance adjuster requires, like we need to gather these 37 photos in a structured order. So on the next slide, you'll kind of see what that is, which is our checklist. So these are standard operating procedures that you can either build on the fly per project. If you're, scoping a job and you're like, okay, here are the 30 steps that we need to go through, or the 10 things we need to make sure you're doing, you can build these per project. Or if you're a storm chaser or something, and you're like, hey, we know the 35 photos that Allstate requires in order to, get a job released to us or something like that, you can create those as checklist templates and have them fire up every single time a project's created. Either way, for your people out in the field, is just follow the bouncing ball. They have a bunch of different logics they can use, yes, no's, 1 to 10s, take as many photos per line item as they need to. And then when they're finished with that, they can hit complete and it'll generate up a checklist report for them that will store as PDFs and also as like a live editable document if you need to go in and supplement those documents. So that's the more structured capture side of things. We make it really easy to capture and upload stuff. We make it really easy to capture and upload the stuff that you as a company need in order to get a job done. And then the third piece of it is a little bit newer. We've been working on it over the last year, which is what we call like the more smart capture type of things. So we all know AI has made it a lot easier. You've probably been on the social medias and seen a billion different tools getting released over the last year or so. So we're obviously in that field as well. So a couple different types of capture, and this is more meant to unify the first two. And in an effort to make it really simple to capture the photo and video stuff that you need, but also to add the context without having to sit there and type it in there. So we have a couple different types of things. We have just like the talk to text, which is capture stuff, talk as much as you want to it, and it'll simplify and create like actual descriptions on that photo. Capture a photo, talk, capture another photo, talk, and all of those notes will be saved relative to those photos. And then we have the summary as well, which is basically, you can think of that as the checklist type of stuff, but you're just, painting on a blank canvas. You talk, take some photos, you keep going, and at the end when you hit done, it'll summarize all of that and give you a PDF output or like a live output that you can go in and edit, but it'll just summarize all the work that you've done. So those are like the three big capture tools that are relevant to any integration, because that's how we're capturing data. So like the next thing to think through is like what you as a contractor typically want to do with that data. The first big one is internal communication. Second big one is customer communication. We have a customer portal available that you can interface with them, subcontractors, that sort of thing. But the most requested and heavily utilized way to utilize that data is to get that data out of CompanyCam and into your source of truth or into the place that gets you paid money. So that might be like the claims portal or something like that. We have a lot of easy outputs, but obviously the most requested is to get it into your project management system or your CRM. And the most heavily requested one of that is AccuLynx. So any information you capture in CompanyCam via API will fly into the corresponding AccuLynx record. And I think I'll let Michelle take it over from here, because they built a really nice integration, and I'll let her just kind of drive from here. But thanks for letting me chat a little bit, Michelle.
Of course, and please feel free to jump in with color commentary when we start the actual demo. So, now that you've kind of got an understanding of what does AccuLynx do, what does CompanyCam do, why connect these two, right? So by doing this, you're going to save time. You're going to eliminate those manual photo uploads from CompanyCam over to AccuLynx. You're going to be able to simplify your workflows. You're not switching from app to app when you're managing your projects. All of your project data is going to sync and live in AccuLynx. So you'll have that one centralized place of truth where everyone on your team can access the most up-to-date photos, documents, messages, everything that you need to run your projects. So how do we bring those two things together, our two wonderful software? So as part of our April release, we have a brand new add-on called App Connections. App Connections essentially lets you access pre-configured integrations and APIs that are going to simplify the process of bringing your data together into AccuLynx. And through App Connections, contractors now have access to a simple yet very robust integration to CompanyCam. So what syncs over? We'll obviously show you guys this in a few minutes, but just to kind of give you a sense, basically whenever you create a lead and assign that lead to a sales rep, that's going to automatically create a project in CompanyCam. Any photos, documents, videos, any of that you're creating from the field, taking pictures of, anything that you have in CompanyCam, that's going to sync in real time back to your AccuLynx job file. So anyone in the office will see those photos coming in live. And whenever a project moves forward in AccuLynx, so you move that from a prospect over to an approved job, that live milestone update is also going to show in CompanyCam. So lots of great information back and forth between your people in the field, your people in the office. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So JP, do we have any questions from people who are watching today?
We do have a few questions coming in. And we'll start off with Jill. Jill is asking, if I lose an employee, do I lose their photos?
Not in CompanyCam. Any photos, like if you were to, how CompanyCam sets up is, at the company level. So you would add all the people that you would need. If somebody leaves your company, you would just deactivate them in CompanyCam, and you would still retain all of the photos with all the organization. You would still know who took it as well. So you're not losing like the user identification or anything like that.
The same would go for AccuLynx. If you disable a user, you still maintain all of their records and photos.
Yeah. And that's not atypical as well in like the roofing restoration trades that we see people scale up and scale down as seasons get busier. And sometimes those photos, are still very important to be able to find and utilize 6 months after the fact. So yeah, everything is still there for you.
Awesome. We got another one. This one's from Sam. They're asking, where in AccuLynx will my data be stored? I believe they mean just like when you're taking the photos, as we kind of saw, went over to the job file, things like that.
Yeah, so all of your job-specific data is stored in your AccuLynx job file. That includes everything from documents, estimates, contracts, photos, videos. All of that is stored in your job file, and you retain that. We have unlimited storage, so as many photos as you can upload, that's great. We'll store them for you, and that record is maintained in AccuLynx.
And if they're captured in CompanyCam and then via integration sent to AccuLynx, we still maintain the records, like the corresponding records. So you would have your photos in both places. We use AWS for our storage, which that's what everyone uses. But yeah, so yeah, it's all stored in the cloud. It's your data, and then syncs to AccuLynx and is available there as well.
Awesome. The next one we have, can I delete the photos on my phone once they are in CompanyCam?
By default, none of the photos that you take, if you're in CompanyCam capturing, will ever store to your phone. Typically what we find is people don't want them on their phones, and it actually creates like a barrier for your people out in the field to capture as much data as you want them to, because it's clogging up their phone with a ton of photos. So the default setting in CompanyCam is if they open it up and start capturing, it's just syncing to the cloud to your company. But if for some reason you or your people want to have the photo saved to the phone as well, there's a setting to flip that on. So it's totally your call, but if you download the app today, none of those photos will sync to your phone.
We have one from John. They're asking, how do I link existing AccuLynx jobs that have already been assigned?
So
Great
when
question,
you,
Michelle.
I can answer it. So when you enable App Connections, you will be prompted first to put in your CompanyCam login credentials, and then you are asked next if you would like to create CompanyCam projects from existing AccuLynx job files. So that is something that has been thought of. All you have to do is click a little yes, and you will have all of your jobs, create projects in CompanyCam. And obviously, if there's any questions during that time, we've got an amazing support team. They're available to help answer questions, to do it with you if you prefer. They're super easy to get a hold of. They're available by email, phone. Happy to walk you through all of that as well.
Yeah, it's very slick though. It's right in the setup inside of the AccuLynx App Connect, so you can't really miss it.
You can't miss it. You can't advance until you say yes or no.
Yeah, you technically cannot. Yeah.
Awesome. There's one from Derek. They're asking if I do not have any reception, can I take the photos and upload them later?
I think in both of our systems, but in CompanyCam, we have a fully offline mode. So if you open up CompanyCam, and you're in a place with 0 cell service, you'll get a notification telling you at the top of your screen, like, hey, you're offline mode. So you're not like guessing whether you're online or offline. And then all the photos and videos that you capture will just store locally on the device until you get back into cell service. And you'll get a little counter at the top. You can go in and look at what's captured locally. And then when you get back into cell service, it'll start uploading. So yeah, at least on our side, you're good to go. But yeah, you can always upload them later as well if that's your preferred method. We'll capture all the geo data on the back as well. So when you go to upload them from your phone to CompanyCam, it'll sync and organize them to the right place.
Awesome. All right, we got a few more. Sarah's asking, what do the photos save as in CompanyCam? Can you easily rename them?
That's a great question. It depends on what I'm maybe specify exactly what you mean by naming. The conventions inside of CompanyCam, how they'll actually appear as far as like the user experience, is there's no like photo name. The photo URL though will be like a photo URL string. But you can always add tags to the photo as well if you want to give them like a name for downloading them out of CompanyCam as like JPEGs or something like that. If there's like a specific reason or intent behind that question, you can always like reach out to me and I can get that answered, or you can reach out to our support team.
Awesome. We have one from Matt. They're asking, in what order will my photos be uploaded to AccuLynx? For example, will they be in the same order as I upload them to CompanyCam?
I believe they come in chronological order from earliest, or sorry, most recent is what I meant to say, excuse me.
At least how the integration works is it's all automatic and on webhooks. So the photos will come in as they're being taken. So they should just like stack in order of how they're being taken. I mean, you'll get like the day and time as well that they were taken.
Awesome. Yeah, we have a few more coming in, but I know we wanted to keep this exactly to 30 minutes. So I want to be respectful of everyone's time. I will end with, will this be recorded and where can I find this if I want to show other employees?
Absolutely, this is being recorded. So 2 places you can find this. If you are not already an AccuLynx customer, the same page that you used as registration, you'll be able to watch this webinar on demand later this afternoon. If you are already an AccuLynx customer, you can access it there, or it will be available in the knowledge base as well.
And I'd say we both have pretty big teams, I think. So if you have additional questions, there's no shortage of people that want to chat with you and answer questions. So.
Yes, absolutely. If we weren't able to get to your question today, like I mentioned at the top of the webinar, we will have account managers reach out to you, make sure that that question does get answered, or if you have any other additional questions during that time, please feel free to let us know. We'd love to help answer those questions. We have 2 links that you can see here on the screen for more information about this connection if you're interested. So please feel free to visit those places. I know that my team will be following up with everyone after this, both to answer questions and to show you more of AccuLynx if you're interested in doing so. We have a ton more features that we'd love to show you. So yeah, hopefully we can chat with everyone soon.
Shameless plug for CompanyCam and AccuLynx, actually. We do, if you guys are AccuLynx customers and not CompanyCam customers currently, we do give you a free trial. So you get 2 weeks to field test it from the day that you set up the integration. You don't have to give us any money or anything like that. So if you just want to come and look at what CompanyCam does and how the integration works, literally just go to our website and follow the bouncing ball, and we'll help you get set up with that.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time and showing everyone our awesome new connection. We are both, if you can't tell, very excited about it. This is something that's been in the works for a while, and we are so happy to finally be able to show it to you. So,
Yeah.
like I said, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. This will be on demand. And yeah, we hope to speak with everyone soon.
Hey, appreciate you guys building the integration. It's really slick. The best integrations are the ones that you can explain and get through in a minute or two, and that's what you guys did over there. So happy for all of our mutual customers, future customers, and happy for both of our companies. We did really great work on this. So
We did. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you all
thanks, guys.
soon.